The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, DeMontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Rich Cat Gaming. We got DeMontre Moore, we got Anthony Dorsett, we got Barry Church, and I am in for Newy Scruggs, Jesse Holly. What's up, fellas?
What up, man?
Merry Christmas, man.
Players Lounge.
Players Lounge, man.
Players
This is
Lounge.
like
Welcome
legit
back,
Players Lounge, man. I appreciate you guys welcoming me back in. Newy will be out this week. I will be sitting here. And just,
Double dipping Holly.
Hey, listen, double dipping.
So you can call him Double Dipper, but you
Dip.
can't call him Salt Pepper Poppy.
No.
So you
Salt and pepper's cool, but
Salt
then you put a
and
poppy in there. I'm like, nah, I can't get down with that.
But you gonna tell that man Double Dip?
Double dip.
I am the double
want
dip
double scoop.
extraordinaire.
So, two shows, double dip.
Around here, man. So yeah, you know how double dip is. You know, you on contract with one team, they let you go, still owe you money, and then you sign with another team, and they gotta pay you that new money. We call that's a good double dipper right there. Shout out to my boy Gerald Sensabaugh. Gerald Sensabaugh was
He
the
was the king of
double
that.
dipper extraordinaire. I learned from Gerald Sensabaugh.
Okay.
Ain't nobody double dip like old Sense.
He was gonna get them funds.
He was Sensabaugh was gonna get them dollars.
How many times was he a Cowboy? Like, did he go and come back?
Nah, he just was going and going and going. Like
Every
he,
year.
Every year he was double dipping. He was getting the guaranteed boom. You know, you get that vet minimum. You there day one. You get that whole minimum. Halfway through, they going. Go get some more somewhere else.
I ain't mad.
Yeah,
at him.
that's my dog. Shout out to Gerald
Shout out,
Sensabaugh,
man.
man.
Figure out how to work the system.
Yeah,
It'll work you.
I would be remiss before we start this thing because the last time that we were all together.
Okay, what was that? I in the building? I was like,
Yeah, you was in the building. You was in the building. Last time we were here, you, Newy, and I were together, and the whole crew wasn't here.
Yeah.
But the whole crew is here now.
all here now.
And I would be remiss if I didn't, talk about this.
All right, man.
Because the last time that we were all here as a group,
What happened?
there was a little bitty, it's a small wager.
Oh!
It's small.
Oh!
Why you looking at me like that?
It was a small one. It was a small one, and I just want to make sure that it happened publicly, so I want us to address it publicly.
Yes, please.
It wasn't
I had
addressed publicly already.
No, it wasn't
when you started a group chat when he wasn't here. You brought him into the situation. That's publicly.
No, that's not.
Like, that wasn't public enough for you.
No.
I got blamed for this too. You know.
You got blame for this.
I definitely did.
I gotta bring this up publicly because throughout the college football season, there were some teams in this universities that will remain nameless that were kind of riding high, and there was some alum.
Say they name.
There was some alum that attended this said university who was riding just as high as them. And thought that university, which will remain nameless, and that alumni, which will remain nameless, who had these grandiose ideas about this team winning the national championship. And I even cut them some bail, and I said, you don't even have to win a national championship. All you got to do is get there. And I was, we going to get there. And I was like, make it light on yourself. Church, you know me long enough. Make it light on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You look out.
Make it light on yourself.
Seemed like a pretty fair guy.
I'm a fair dude. I'm a fair dude.
He's not.
Right? Yeah. And so he's like, well, you make a light on yourself. I was like, oh, wow, okay. I'm a man of good taste.
Okay.
Like the finer things, huh? Okay.
I always tell church, if people say to you, you can't hide money, nor should you.
Nor should you.
Okay?
That
You
is
work hard enough for it, nor should you hide it.
That's facts.
I'm a man of fine cuisine who would appreciate the finer delicacies in life.
Yes, the delicacies.
And so I made a bet.
Okay.
I won't say a bet. We were a friendly wager.
Okay.
And that if this said team that will remain nameless, to this alumni who will remain nameless, if their team even made it to the semifinals, that
the semi.
You had to win it. You got to I'm sorry, to the finals.
Okay, all right.
You got to just get there.
Say that.
To the finals. Y'all didn't get there anyway. Didn't make a difference. Let's get to the game. You didn't have to win it. That I
Yeah.
will take some of this double dipping money that I make and And wherever it is your heart desires, we will go and have dinner.
You can have whatever you like.
I said the only that I don't pay for because I don't partake in it is alcohol.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair.
But you can eat your weight in whatever. Shrimp, fish, steak, crab, lobster,
Oysters.
oysters.
Man.
Sounds good.
And he said, well, we'll make the bet. I said, say less.
And the hand was.
And I put my hand out. And when I put my hand out, I reached my hand out. And when I reached my hand out, I reached,
He said,
I
put that
reached
back.
my hand
Enough.
out.
Pass
When
the
I-
ball.
when I
Pass the
reached
ball.
my
I
hand out.
appreciate y'all going to the wide angle. That's assault.
When I
HR.
reached my hand
HR, he
out.
came across the table on me. I'm not having
The
this.
man shook my hand.
This is bullying. This is bullying.
And they lost.
This is bullying.
So
It was a good game, though.
This is bullying.
It was a good
It
game.
was a great game.
and
Shout
not,
out to my
and
Aggies.
not only did they lose,
Put a name on us.
Who they lose to?
an ACC team,
Trash.
Hey.
an ACC team,
Trash.
an ACC team.
Atlantic Coast Conference. Yeah.
ACC team, you know what I'm saying? Something I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with that
It was a
conference.
good game, though. Man.
Me
It was a
too.
good game.
So-
It was a good game.
Is that ACC team going to make it to the championship?
Hey, I don't know.
We're going to be the same place your school is.
So here's
No, there's not. Y'all wasn't in the playoffs. But you're right. We
So-
are somewhat in the. No, because you.
No,
you
I'm-
said, you wanted to bring your school in that quick, just like you. The reason that he made that bet, you said, why don't y'all bet? Because you took Newey's job with doing that. But there was a lot of bowl games that were going on this weekend. So let's go ahead and do this.
No.
I ain't the only one that
So,
lost.
hold on.
Toledo, did y'all lose?
Hold
Okay. Pitt, did y'all lose? Oh, okay. So guess what?
Nobody
get out of here.
bets.
Yeah.
You're the only person
can I-
that made a spectacle out of
here's
the
what I'm
bet.
gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm a good God-fearing man. I'm a nice man.
Don't do it, Jesse.
Church, I'm a nice dude.
Don't do it, Jesse.
I'm a nice dude.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna make it even easier on you.
Oh, man.
You know,
I'm gonna
man.
cut you some bail. Because
not the bell.
yeah, because
I like bail money.
I was gonna eat my weight. I was gonna eat my weight. I was gonna get seafood towers. I was getting tomahawks.
What you mean you were going to get it?
That's what I'm saying. What's all this word?
What's
So
happening?
tense.
So
What's going
here's
on?
what I need. Here's what I need. I'm going to allow you that if you make a charitable donation to my charity, Holly's Helping Hands, of $150, I'll call it even.
That's olive branch.
Now listen. Now
That's
now,
an
now,
olive
It is.
branch.
It
now,
is. I
now
appreciate
today's date is
At least the
December
weight.
29th.
You get at least the weight on there. You gonna,
You see-
wow.
I need this. I need that charitable donation done in 5 business days.
All right, say less.
In 5
I'll
business
take that.
days.
I'll take that ASAP.
I bet you
Okay.
would.
I'll take that. Hey, salt and pepper.
I'm letting you off the hook. $150 donation to my charity of Holly's Helping Hands
I appreciate that.
in the next 5 business days. Today's Monday.
Send me the link.
I will send you the link.
Send me the link.
Happy holiday.
And I'll let you off the hook.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's get to this thing,
Hey,
man.
man, this is
We got
crazy.
a couple more
man.
minutes, man. The
This is
Cowboys.
Christmas is here, man. What?
Yeah, he in the giving spirit.
I'm in the giving
I
spirit.
guess so.
I'm in the giving spirit.
I
You know,
guess so.
I'm in the giving spirit. But you know, sometimes you got to let the young people know. Sometimes you got to say, "Hey, now, don't do that. Don't do that. See that's what got you. That same energy is what got you in
This
the
is
bet the
crazy.
last time.
I can't believe what's going on.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe it.
That's what happened to y'all this weekend, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what was the score in that pit game this weekend?
I don't know, but we scored more against Miami than y'all did.
Oh,
But y'all
boy.
wasn't in the playoff, right?
Hey,
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
matter. You
It
shouldn't have been there
matters.
either, obviously.
This matters.
The Cowboys
Yeah.
took on and defeated the Washington Commanders over this weekend. A lot of talk about, who should have played, who shouldn't have played. I do want to start here and have this conversation of over the last 2 weeks, the Cowboys have deployed Tyler Smith as their left tackle. And you saw the Cowboys offensive line gave up 6 sacks in that game. Dak Prescott was hit 11 times.
It was getting worked up.
Is this something that you guys look at? And I don't know if you had the conversation here or not beforehand. Is this something that you look at and you're saying, I like this move for the future, or get my boy back to being
Get him in the guard spot,
Back
man.
to being an all-pro
Solidify that interior part of your offensive line, in my opinion. Every quarterback I've talked to over the years I've played and since coming over here and doing this media stuff, all the quarterbacks say they hate pressure up the gut, up the middle. Like, because you can't step up in the pocket, they get you off your mark. They can handle that edge pressure. They can handle some guys coming off the edge and getting pressure because you can chip those guys. You can move up in the pocket. You can maneuver all that good stuff and kind of get away from those guys. But when you got pressure straight up the gut, it's kind of hard to do your job, especially passing the football. So for me, solidify that interior spot. Tyler Smith is one of the best guards in the entire National Football League. I mean, hands down, he's one of the best guards. Let that man play that position. Let him go out there and dominate at that guard position. You got BB at the center. He's a work in progress. Yep. He's going to get better and better as things go on. You got the young rookie on the other side, Booker. Solidify that interior spot. Now, on the edges, you need some help. Yep. Steel, right. You need some help out there. And that's something that the offseason will bring. You can maybe bring some guys in to compete and all that good stuff. But for me, put them back at the guard spot. Solidify that interior spot for the next foreseeable future. Dak got his, everything going in the front ways ahead of him. So for me, leave him there at that guard. Let him do what he does best. And then you can find a way to get that tackle spot situated.
For me, I'm going exactly what you said before. Another reason, I'm going to give you an example. I can't help but think of Leo Collins. When he was here, that was Lyle Collins.
Yep.
Sorry, Lyle Collins, big 71, Mr. LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a phenomenal player within his own regards. But when it came time, they put more on him than what was supposed to be there, like, if that makes sense. Like, oh, he can play this, but we're forcing him to play tackle. Now, was he good? I mean, he was serviceable. He was all right, but he was an even better guard. Everybody always said, you have the power. You're having the impact. Like, it's at the end of the season. You're not making it to the playoffs. I get you trying to throw it out there to say, hey, maybe going into the draft, if he can handle playing tackle, maybe we can go draft somebody interior. But where he's made his money at, what you paid him to do, that's what you paid him to do, is to be that guard. Go let him solidify that spot and be that new Zach Martin, or be the new guy in himself and be the catalyst of this offensive line versus playing musical chairs. And now you're doing a disservice. What ain't broke, don't fix it. And what they say, sometimes coaches out-coach themselves. Well, I look at this as one of those times you out-coach yourself by putting that man out there, and now all of a sudden you have 6 sacks. That was the most sacks that this O-line has given up in a game this year. Like, you did yourself such a disservice, and it was a little horrendous watching. So hopefully that won't happen this game. And if we're being honest, sit him, rest him for the rest of this year, rest for the rest of this year. Stop playing musical chairs, and let's see what these young guys.
Hey, I mean, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. What you guys are saying is 100% correct in my eyes. You definitely want to solidify that offensive line. Cowboys have been known, over the past several years ago, when they were successful, as having the best offensive line that money could buy, or that was in the league at that time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was one of the least worries that was going on between the O line and the run game, and you have, of course, Troy, Mike, and everybody else. But it all started up front. You know what I mean? And it's just like so coincidental at the same time that the edges on the offense and the edges of the defense both have the same problem. You know what I mean? But I agree with what both you guys said. Yeah, let's solidify that offensive line. Make sure Dak is secure back there, because the football that he played this past year, you hope that you have several more years of that to come from him.
All right, we'll take our first break of the show. When we come back, you mentioned something, Anthony. I think it's a conversation, because this is a Players Lounge. This is all former players that have played this game before. And you get to the point in time of the season where you are not going to the playoffs. But do you want to sit? Who should the Cowboys sit? And if you were in those spots, would you want to be set down? You don't want to get this on the Players Lounge right there. You can't get this on no other show but this one.
That's true.
That's it, right here. So stay right here. We'll get the answers to all those questions when we come back. This is the Players Lounge.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Welcome back to the Players Lounge. Barry Church, Devontre Moore, Anthony Dorsett, and Jesse Holly. And like I said before we went to break, Anthony brought up about the Cowboys should think about considering sitting some players. I want to have the conversation because there's no other show on any network that can give you the level of perspective that you're going to get here with 3 former NFL players that suited up in this game. And so the question is, who should you sit? And then the other question is, if you were in that position, would you want to be set? There's no playoffs. It's the last game of the year. Would you want to come off the field? And since you brought the question up.
Did I bring it up?
Yeah, you brought it up.
Yeah,
So
you brought it up, player.
I'm going to start with you. The Cowboys have one game left against the New York Football Giants this Sunday at 12 noon at MetLife in New Jersey. Hey, relax. I'm from Jersey. I don't do that. Don't do that to Jersey. Man. I'm from Jersey.
Last game of the year, you want at the crib.
Yeah, I know.
So you
I know.
can just, you
Get
know what I mean?
about your
You get about your business.
But Ed, who should the Cowboys sit? I'll go around with that one first, and then I'll go around with
offense and then defense.
Okay, so when I look at the offense, it's structurally, I'm only seeing one person that I'm naturally going to sit immediately, and that's going to be number 4.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I'm going to protect Dak. Okay, from there, I might sit Williams, the running back. I mean, he's had a solid year. He's rushed over 1,000 yards. He's shown that he's actually capable of being that guy. You know, and so behind him, we haven't seen, you know, basically a lot that's there to back him up. If there's going to be somebody from the team this year, they're going to go out there and find somebody else. But as I look at those two, and then, you know, you got 2,000-yard receivers that have both gone out there and played their brains out this year. And so there's some question about a few guys behind them too as well. You know, so with that, Dak, of course, number 1. I said the running back, maybe the 2 receivers, and that may be it for me looking at it structurally on offense. Now, would I sit all of them dudes? Probably couldn't do it because we need to have some type of leadership out there, period, regardless. So somebody's going to have to play out of those 4. But the quarterback would probably be the last one that I put out there. Now, looking at the defense side of the ball, it's hard to say. You know, we got Quinnen in here, okay? So, you know, he's set to be here for another year. I think Kenny's under contract too as well.
Osa.
Right, Osa.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 42. You got Clowney, who signed, I guess, one year.
vet deal.
Right? And then everybody else really seems like, to me, they auditioning for a job.
100%.
So with that being said, you know, I'm gonna look at Quinn and I'm gonna look at Kenny. I'm gonna see how they're feeling, as far as with their health wise. If they got anything that's banged up, nicked up, bruises or anything like that, and it's limiting them in any type of way, I'm gonna go ahead and chill them out. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, we got to go.
Okay.
We got to play. So that's and you see most of my guys are coming from the offense side.
Mm-hmm. Demontre?
Like I said, on the loser team, man, it's like that Payless special. BOGO, everything must go. So with that being said, ain't nobody in their own respectives have earned that right like that. It's you can't even say a handful. So the people that I'm going to sit, I'm sitting for. Obviously, your quarterback. In years prior, he's shown you that he's going to go out there and some guys you got to save from themselves. When he's out there, he's going. Obviously, we seen it this last week. So sit him, save him from himself. George Pickens, your top 3 in categories, everything receiver. You've done it already. I want to sit you already. So low key, we can be sitting over here rubbing elbows and figuring out what we're going to do going into this next year. Javonte, I might sit him. I'm going to talk to him and see, but I just might sit him. And the only reason I'm going to sit him so I can see those other 2 young guys and let them really just go out there, because I'm going to tell y'all like this, we're going out here and we're drafting this offseason. After that, there's nobody else. I mean, Tyler Smith, only reason I would say sit him is because of what you're doing right now and putting him at tackle. You got that man out there on the edge and stuff like that, give him an injury or something like that, that's your best offensive lineman. But after that, CD, you're a 1,000-yard receiver, but you had a lot of drops in key moments this year. So guess what? I need you to be out there. Like you said, we need veteran leadership. As far as that defense, the only person that needs to sit is Quentin Williams. But I could tell you right now, the type of player that he is, he's probably not going to want to sit. He's like, hey, I just got here. We need to establish ourselves going into next year. But after that, nobody else. Clowney, you're on a 1-year deal. If this is it for you, then, hey, you're out of here. Like, you got to go out here and prove it this last game. Diggs, you just came back out here. You got to prove it. Bland, you're on IR. That was the only person that you have guaranteed money in. So with the rest of these guys, like, I need it from all y'all. And Kenny Clark, but like I said, you had some injuries this year too, big fella. So I kind of want to see you out there, and I need a defensive catalyst. When it's only been 1 D tackle out here, this defense has not been good. But if I can go out there with Osa and Kenny and say, hey, we already know what we got in this guy. We want to see y'all get back into the mix. When he first got here, I'm throwing him out there. But after that, bruh, everybody else, y'all might not be here at the end of the year. So, and to get back to your very last question, because you asked all of us, if we were in that position and a coach came to us and told us to sit, because I've had it when I was a young guy. I hated it every time. I was a player. I wanted to be out there at all costs. But now that I know that I'm being a vet and stuff like that, sometimes you got to be protected from yourself. And Ford is one of those guys that's going to beg coach to probably still get out there. So that's the only one. But after that, everybody else, get your butt out there and earn your job.
Yeah, I'm going to make it 3 for 3 with when you guys talk about Dak. Of course, he's going to want to go out there. He's going to want to be the leader of the team and all that good stuff that he's been doing. You kind of got to save him from himself. So not only that, I want to see what, your man Bazooka Joe got, if he can go out there and, orchestrate some offense, be productive. At least you see that momentum going forward. So you're saying, okay, maybe we don't have to spend a 3rd, 4th, or 5th round draft pick on bringing a quarterback in here. So I'm definitely sitting Dak out there. When it comes to the offensive side of the ball, CD, George, just so you can get the Mingos and you can get the, the Terps and those guys, a lot of valuable reps out there. So I'm sitting those 2 wideouts. And then I'm sitting Ferg as well, not because, he's just this high prolific tight end or anything like that, but I want to see what I got out of Brevin Spanford and Schoonmaker. Now, I want to see if they can go out there and be productive in the blocking game as well as, catching passes out there. I want to give them a full game to just go out there and see what y'all got out there. So I'm sitting those 2. On the defensive side of the ball, man, everybody got to play. It's outside of Quinn. Everybody got to go out there and get reps. And on the second level with those linebackers, I'm not sitting them because, I want to get y'all rested up for next season. Man, more than likely, y'all going to be gone. So I want to see what I got in my young linebackers, the Shamar James, the Maris Leofow's of the world. I want to see what those guys can go out there and do when they're the catalyst. They're the guys, the quarterbacks of the defense, making all the calls, the checks, running sideline to sideline, all that good stuff. So I want to see what my young dogs got out there. And in the secondary, everybody got to play because the secondary has been, it's been atrocious pretty much all season long. No communication, no stability, no, technique out there. it's been a pretty bad display secondary-wise. So I think everybody's auditioning for a job on the defensive side of the football, outside of a couple defensive linemen. But those are the guys I would sit, especially on the defensive side.
What about you?
Yeah,
because you made the mistake earlier and said 3 former players. It's 4 this week. We got Mr. Holly, so as a former player, yeah. What you got?
Nobody sits. None of y'all earned a sit.
Okay.
Nobody.
Really?
You're 6-8-1. You're 7-8-1. Excuse me.
7-8-1.
Right? Yeah. Nobody earned a sit. Nobody.
George?
Nobody.
Top 3?
Nobody has earned a sit.
It's not. Is it that you earn that right, or is it about more or less like at the same time being like you got to as an organization and being smart. Like we understand. Like
you should have been smart 3 games ago. Because you got a playoff 2 games ago. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference?
Was it 2 games ago?
Yeah, you were out. Yeah. You were out the Saturday before.
What game was it?
Chargers?
It was only one game.
No, Chargers. You found out Philly won Saturday. You played the Chargers on Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you came back and played on Thursday. So you knew Saturday night that you were out. Yeah. And you started dacking them on Sunday. Mm-hmm. You followed them back up and played them again on Thursday. So don't tell me about being smart, because you knew Saturday night that you were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So you could have said 4, you're done.
That's true.
But you still, maybe because you wanted to give what was that game? That was that home game?
You talking about the Chargers? Yeah, that was a home game.
So maybe you wanted to if you wanted to give your fans a home game, that was respectable with your quarterback. And then I said this before, I got a relationship with Netflix, so I got to make sure I give Netflix my best, right?
Hey, that's facts though.
From a business standpoint of being around you guys this season here and being in here, being a part of this podcast, and just learning how like this whole thing works around here. If you let the people know, like 2 games ago, that number 4 ain't playing, and they basically, like, regardless of the situation, have packed it in, so to say, more so than anything, there's not going to be a lot of people in those stands. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And from what I hear about Jerry Jones is that that's the one thing that he does not want to tolerate, want to see.
So at what point in time is the business more like, because the business is important. It is the most important thing. Was it not important those last 2 weeks? I mean, was that not important enough those last 2 weeks? Does business not count this Sunday?
Oh, they'll tell you. I said rest number 4 a long time ago. Right. I said it then.
My thing is that this is why, one, nobody's earned a right to sit. Mm-hmm. Play everybody. And if you're worried about somebody being hurt with nothing to play for, well, you had 2 other games prior to this that was, do me a favor. Yeah. I don't need to see Bazooka Joe.
What?
For what?
Because, like Barry said, you got to...
There's nothing that Joe can show me on Sunday that I don't know about him.
Bazooka.
I've had. You're very true in saying that.
I've had, and this is not a Joe Milton shade diss. I've had Joe Milton. Who else y'all say? I've had Schoonmaker for a couple years. I had Bradford Foreman for a couple years. Anybody defensively, I probably had around here for a couple years. One game for me is not going to show me enough to be like, oh, by the way, you did so good in that last game. I think that you should be. No, I've had you since the spring. Mm-hmm. If I'm a talent evaluator, I don't need 19 months to tell me who you are. Okay. Yeah, either you have it or you don't. That's true. Either you're a part of our future or you're not. One game's not going to change that.
That's true.
This ain't preseason.
So how do you and this is a question for everybody in here then. Like how are you, when you have a backup quarterback in this situation, how are you able to gauge his development throughout the season?
I watch him in practice.
To see if he's actually...
I watch him in practice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I watch him in practice.
How them reps go in practice,
exactly.
though.
You run the scout team. What does that look like? What is
that telling you like, yo, hit this guy right here.
What does that
look like?
Throw
this post. Throw this over.
Can you do that?
Yeah, but that,
are you judging? That well,
are you seeing the progressions if you're doing that?
All right, we all know how practice goes, right? So for those of you who don't know, every practice has a practice plan, right? And you have periods. On Monday, you might do something. On Wednesdays, when you kind of do your big install, you have third down, you have 9-on-7, you have 7-on-7, you have team periods, right? Thursdays, you may do some, Thursday and Friday, you may do some third down, Friday, you may do some red zone, however all that stuff plays out. Every single practice period has anywhere from 12 to 15 plays in the practice period.
It's
right?
scripted.
It's scripted, right? So the defense know what we're going to run in this play, the offense know we're going to run in this play. Your first team, if it's 15 plays, your first team going to get about 12. Yeah. 11 to 12 of them, right? And then your backup's gonna get the tail half. So Bajuka Joe gets the tail half.
Yeah, he gonna get about
right,
2, 3.
About 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on how particular players, right? And 9 out of 10, those 3 or 4 that he got is probably a repeat of all the ones that the first team already ran in those first 12.
That's true,
right?
That's true.
So I got 17 weeks of watching him get those backup reps. One game is not going to determine whether or not he got it or not.
It won't tell. It won't.
One game just shows
he,
some growth, man. I kind of.
And then you said momentum. You think folks worried about momentum when March hit?
Ain't nobody worried about
momentum. Nobody gonna be like, man, and January 5th. I remember when we in April.
Nah, you're right.
Nobody's carrying that momentum into April.
But what if he balls and goes crazy?
What if he does?
All right, just say for his sake. Let's say he goes out and balls out.
And does what?
Or are you thinking they're gonna be like, man, that third round quarterback that we were thinking about? Yeah. You seen what Joe did that last game?
Again, one game is going to negate everything that I've seen, and that's a problem. If one game changes what I've seen the last 9 months of a player, we have a problem. But we have a huge problem.
So structurally, you saying you done with Joe?
No, I'm not saying I'm done with Joe. I'm saying I don't need him to go out there and play to show me anything. Either he's going to be a backup or he's not going to be our backup. Okay. And he develops in the offseason. He develops in the OTAs. He develops in the mini camps. He develops in those spaces. And in those times is when he earns himself an opportunity to get more reps. He got every damn rep in preseason.
Yeah.
So what did you? What? He got reps in training camp.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I could make this a Joe Milton.
It's not a Joe. It's not a Joe Milton.
Same thing go for Mingo. I don't need to see what Mingo has. I know what Jalen Tolbert has. I know what all these guys have.
I don't need to see Mingo. I do need to see a little bit more out of Tolbert and these other guys.
You've had Tolbert here for 4 years.
You have. But the difference is with Tolbert and those other guys, the reason I don't need to see them as much is because they actually had opportunity. They've actually been out there. As much as we sit here and say, yes, we've seen these reps in practice, as a defensive player, I know I can't get close to that quarterback. Like what they say, we got the guys that are 7-on-7 guys. Like seeing those reps, like as a quarterback, to know that somebody can't come over there and pass rush you from blindside and tip the ball out your hand, but you can make that throw or you can do this and that. Like, yeah, I might have seen something, and maybe this goes to show you, like they seen what they needed to see to not throw him out there or whatever the case may be. But he got to get out there. The Giants, guess what? They went out there with they starting D-line and they letting them go. You got Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Sexy Dexy out there. Like, I want to see Joe Milton go against the starters. Like, they're still out there shooting right now. They got live bullets. Well, with those live bullets, guess what? How can I really just pass off Joe without seeing live bullets in his face? And like you said, it's not even just so much about Joe. It's about these other guys. I know Joe is going to go out here and try to put on a clinic to where, hey, we're going to see him live by the sword and die by the sword. Some guys aren't that good in practice, but when you see him and they be like, yo, this guy's a gamer. Like, he doesn't run to the ball all the time in practice because he knew all season he wasn't going to play. But now that he know he's getting his live reps, it might be a little, And so I'm with you when you said, Barry, because I want to see him out there because with all these picks, the Cowboys aren't one player away. Well, now guess what? Now that I know I got a quality backup in Dak, I'm not gonna draft a QB that high. If I know that, hey, my receiving core is gonna be completely intact, guess what? We throwing the kitchen sink at defense right now. So for some of these guys, I do want y'all to get out there and do that. I want you to go, hey, you know what it is. If you've been here for 4 years and you ain't get your reps during the year and all that stuff, you know right now that, hey, I'm only getting these reps because this Cinderella is coming home. That 12 o'clock, the glass slipper is falling for some people. And right now, I want to know what we got in Flournoy. I want to know if you're really consistent and you're that guy pulling up like a Cole Beasley, like that guy that's going to be serviceable that end up growing into a star. Out of these guys, we don't have that many people on this squad.
All right, let's take our second break of the show. When we come back, I have a question. Mm-hmm. You cannot choose both. You cannot choose both.
Okay.
Do you want to sign George Pickens or go get a premier pass rusher whose name will be left nameless? Coming up right after this break. We'll be right back. This is Players Lounge.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Welcome back to the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Jesse Holly, Anthony Dorsett, DeMontre Moore, Barry Church. It's a great conversation on and off air that we're having today. They're loving it in the chat. We appreciate you all for listening. I hope that you all had a very Merry Christmas, and we'll be here through the rest of the week. We won't be here at the end of the week, so I pray that you all have a very Happy New Year. I'll keep wishing you that as we get closer to that. But the tease that I had before we went into break was you got one of two options, and both is not an option.
Okay.
The Cowboys have many needs on this football team.
Yeah, a lot.
They're faced with a dilemma. They're faced with an opportunity to say, hey, we can go sign a dude who made the Pro Bowl this year, who's had his best statistical year in his career, in George Pickens.
Okay.
We know that the front office is all about the pie. Saving the pie, dividing the pie, cutting the pie the way it's supposed to be cut.
Don't let me be the GM.
The pie.
You know what I'm saying?
Taking all the
Like pies.
taking all the.
What type of pies y'all got over there?
Hey, listen, you said about 5 miles? We're going to go about 5 miles. That's what you said. You said about 5
about
miles.
to turn y'all.
Yeah, you said about 5 miles. Hey, I'm going to go down and get that other 5 mile.
Boy,
So
you wow.
the question on the table is, do you take the money and you sign George Pickens? Or do you take the money and maybe some picks and you go and you try to get a premier pass rusher that may come available in this offseason?
We talking about the top dog, too.
Yeah.
Name, we will keep the name nameless.
Name out of there,
Creme de la creme.
We will keep the name nameless. You can't pick both. Which one of the two, Barry Church, will start?
Are you
with
gonna put
you?
on me?
Yeah. No.
You gonna put it on me? You gonna put it-
Yeah.
I'm 150,000%
Wow,
on
this
this
is a
one,
confident one
and
right here.
I think there's only one right answer on this one. But you go get the premier pass rusher. You go get the guy that can affect the most important position on the football field each and every down, and that's a premier pass rusher. You've had the top tandem in the National Football League, wide receiver wise, in my opinion, this year. And you've gotten what, 7-8-1? 7-8-1. All right, that's not going to cut it. We've seen what this defense is lacking, and that's helping the secondary and getting after the quarterback. I mean, this defense allowed Russell Wilson to turn the clock back and throw for 450 yards. They allowed a team in Arizona who's been the laughingstock
Jacoby Brissett
of the league come in here and dice him up. We seen J.J. McCarthy come into this building. The Montre's boy.
First round pick.
Come into this building. Struggled all year long.
Yeah.
Came in here and was grittying into the end zone.
Yeah.
We've seen that. To me, this defense and this team overall needs somebody that can affect the passer. And so the bigger impact would be getting that pass rusher, helping your defensive side of the football, because offensively, even if you don't bring George back, you still got a CeeDee Lamb. You still got Dak Prescott out there. And we've seen, even when CeeDee Lamb was missing, you had that one high-powered offensive weapon in George Pickens, the offense was still putting up great numbers. So I don't think you definitely need two number one receivers out there, but you need a pass rusher 100% if you want to win games in the National Football League. So give me the pass rusher.
Demontre.
Yeah. I'm glad you went first, so people didn't say I was biased. But yeah, you go get your most important position. But just like when you playing a pickup game back in the day, they'd be like, this is my number one draft pick, and everybody knew it was like, okay, well, to go get him, I already got my 1A and 1B. Well, 1A on that offensive side is your quarterback, and then on the defensive side, back in the day, it used to be middle linebackers, Ray Lewis's and guys like that. But in this last 15 to 20 years, it's been the evolution of the pass rush. Mm-hmm. The guy, like you said, that can affect them the most. And for years prior, when Cowboys did have somebody that was that guy, guess what? They were always still in the mix. And like you said, they had a good 1A and 1B tandem this year. Now, granted, they all wasn't just firing on cylinders, but you were still in the mix with a Micah Parsons here. You were still in playoff contention. You were still like, hey, just get to the dance. They're going to do that. Dak and CD will do that. So for me, I'm going to go get that pass rusher every time, because not even just thinking about now, if we're saying George Pickens, and when we say pass rusher, I'm not talking about a drop-off. If it's the elite, the creme de la creme, like we're talking about that guy that's proven and stuff like that, pass rusher all day. Now, if it is a subpar pass rusher, I'm going to go ahead and go get George. And when I say subpar, I'm not talking about, we know those guys that can be the guy that you throw in and he changes any defense. And then we got those guys where you be like, man, he was really good over here, but that was because of scheme. That was because of his environment. But when you put him over here, you still don't have that same production. And I feel like the Cowboys in years past, they haven't just went in and got that pass rusher like that. Every pass rusher they got was coming off of being a shell of themselves, and even then they wasn't the guy in the league, like top 5 guys. Mm-hmm. So if it's top 5, get you your pass rusher. You can go find somebody that's an undrafted free agent or a young guy. These receivers pop out all the time, just like running backs do. But pass rushers don't.
I'm right there with y'all, man. I'm going to pass rusher. And we know, and everybody out there who never heard this term before, but like at practice, we got this thing where we be like, ruin the drill. And if you basically got a dude that can ruin the drill on any snap that he wants to, you know what I mean? And that's such a benefit to the defense. But structurally, if you look at it now, you got 2 dudes who can bring pressure up front. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you keep those guys right where they are, and now you bring in that as you say, that creme de la creme, that top D lineman, that top pass rusher in the league. I mean, you've totally changed this defense. Even if you don't go out and get some great secondary, you've already, with the pressure that's there, you could have some average dudes back there, hopefully some serviceable guys. Yep. But like, you definitely go and lock up that number one pass rush guy, and keep it rolling from there and see what turns out. But I'm with y'all.
Yeah. Defense wins championships.
Yes, sir.
Offensive guy.
Listen,
what would you do?
As the former receiver, as the offensive guy, I'm going to get the pass rusher too. And here's why. And the reason being is I've seen this offense under Dak Prescott, under Jason Garrett, under Michael McCarthy, be top 5 offenses with CD and them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? I've seen this thing still function and be number 1 in scoring. Dak being runner-up in the MVP votings. Yeah. with CD and them.
Right.
CD and a bunch of babies.
Yeah, that's facts, though.
You know what I'm saying?
The spades, huh?
So that tells me that, and this is no shade or discredit to George. I think George is phenomenal. Would love to have him. The thing is that if you go get me another receiver who, I mean, who's got experience in this league, a free agent vet, I think the train keeps moving. The train keeps moving. And you can still have a prolific offense in what you do. You can't get after the quarterback. You don't got a chance.
Curtains is over with.
This league is a passing league.
Over with.
And when you look at what you have to come up against, like in the future, you better be able to get the quarterback.
You got to.
You better be able to get the quarterback. That is the name of the game. The name of the game is to have a quarterback and have someone to go get the quarterback.
Right.
That is the name of the game. Because if you don't have either one of those, the likelihood of you making a serious run.
Can you even name like a playoff team this year? That quarterback is just buns. Or just, you know what I mean, just serviceable. Off the top of my head, I can't really.
Well, who's in the playoffs, sir?
That's what I'm saying. You got, NFC loaded. You got everybody. Stafford, Purdy, Darnold. I mean, Hurts.
Caleb. Now, Hurts might be the one. Hurts might be the one.
I was just about to say Hurts. I was like, Hurts.
He might be the one boo-boo juice of the crew. But, again, he has a roster. He has a roster that is elite. His roster
it's crazy, man.
Is insane. So
you could be that.
And they've done it.
What about?
And they've done it.
And they've done it.
Texans?
I don't think CJ's buns.
Yeah, he's not buns, but
CJ's decent. CJ's a good player.
He's decent.
And they got the number one defense. In the league.
I was just about to say they decent.
You said not having one. They got pass rushers.
Oh, you talking about?
He said either or, like not having who don't have a pass rusher or a quarterback.
Like you gotta have
at
least
one
of
or two.
them to make I'm just off the top of my head. I might be wrong, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of.
No, you.
Chargers, yeah, Herb he's a good quarterback. I mean,
but he got pass rushers.
Yeah, he got Mac.
You got a Mac. You got the Mac attack. You got San Fran. I mean, they lost their best pass rusher, and I mean, some people aren't sold on Purdy. I like Purdy. I like
even Duval.
So, but
Duval got some pass rushers.
They got a pass rusher, but they got Goldilocks down there.
Yeah, he plays.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a percent.
So there hasn't been no subpar quarterbacks.
Like remember Rex Grossman back? Remember he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Y'all gotta remember dudes like Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer with the Ravens.
Trent Dilfer played on the best defense in modern
NFL
history, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Brad Johnson.
Same thing. Brad Johnson played.
And I'm speaking on them because them the two Super Bowls I played in. I played against them.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't too much worried about the quarterbacks.
Brad Johnson on that team, he had four Pro Bowls in that, 4 Hall of Famers on that.
He did. That defense was
still counting, man. Still counting.
You know what I'm saying? All right,
for real.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. All right, but here's a fun thing. And I took away the option of both. Because if you want to, you can actually do both. You could actually pay George Pickens and go get a premier pass rusher. If they want to divide the pie in that direction.
You could tag them too.
Yeah, you could do a lot. So I took the option away of both to make us have to make a decision, but
you can
do both. If you're listening.
Better get somebody in the secondary.
You can
they better get some.
Both. But you have to be willing to be aggressive in.
Oh, no, don't. You saying no, don't do both?
No. I'm going to do both, but I'm saying put money into the secondary. Like
yes, sir.
That.
Yeah. You got to put money.
You got
to put something.
You ain't got to throw the whole kitchen sink. You go get that, like you said, you go get that premier pass rusher, man.
It makes a lot of things
It's
better.
tips and overthrows. You got Revel back there that's serviceable. That's a young guy that's showing you some promise.
That's going to be the day.
What do you mean? So you haven't seen enough in Rebel this year?
No. But I didn't.
You only seen 3 games. I didn't expect to.
Like nothing he done this year, I was gonna be like, hold that against him.
I didn't see nothing to hold against him, but I definitely seen flashes where I was like, man, if he's around a good vet, like I think he can really develop. Give him some time with a healthy plan and bring somebody else in there.
I mean, that's what they gotta do though. They gotta get somebody. You cannot go out here and work and fix a secondary in the draft. You got to get somebody out here that got the reps, that got the name, that can actually, help fill in and teach these younger dudes too as well. This is not a thing that you go out there and draft some kid high and try to bring him in here and say he's going to be the savior of the second.
You don't think you can go get you an old head vet where it's like
head vet?
But I'm saying like a cheap, like when you say throw money at the secondary,
you get what you
I
pay
think
for.
about going to get a guy that's top 5. When you say throw money, when you say throw money, it's like I'm thinking like you're going to get top talent versus like I'm going to get a guy that's maybe on his last year, about to retire or something like that, and be like, hey, I need vet minimum.
That's too much for me.
Can't do that.
I'm going to get vet minimum.
I need somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I need somewhere in between on his way out and top money dog. I need somebody in between that.
Tie that with a Al Harris type coach.
I was just about to say.
That was
coaching.
Can I
was playing a lot
before,
different.
Can I ask you
No, we don't
that
have
before
time.
the show?
Tomorrow.
Can you bring that up
tomorrow? I got you. I'll put it on the docket.
Man.
I'll put it on the docket. But
Shout out to Al.
remember, we can only talk about people who are not employed by any other NFL team.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was just the players.
I thought it was only
Can't say their
players.
names.
Right.
Or coaches.
Oh, or coaches.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Well, I was just saying he was a good coach.
Yeah.
I was saying
We ain't tampering.
Yeah, we're not tampering. We're not tampering. So, all right,
I got to change that number though, because that's buns and at the secondary. You can't handle 34. Come on, man. Come on. Playing fullback. Come on, man.
That is it for the day, man. We will be back here tomorrow, the same place, same time. I hope that you are with us. For Barry, for DeMonte, for Anthony, I am Jessany Holly, and this is the Players Lounge. Yeah.
Gotta change.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this?